All right. So I've tested hundreds of AI tools that are out there right now. And today we want to go through which ones are really the best out of all of them. We're going to have some fun going through a bit of a ranking exercise here. I've selected about 15 of those, which I think are ones that we can discuss. There are obviously a ton out there that are great tools as well, but here are just 15 that I think we're going to end up ranking. And yeah, let's get into it. And if you have any thoughts on any tools which you think are not in here that should be in here, just drop in the comments. I've excluded things like ChatGPT and Gemini because those are kind of standard ones, and we're just evaluating the ones that people are going to be using for their own businesses, ones which are actually useful beyond just the normal ChatGPTs of the world as well. Before we jump in, just a quick intro about myself. My name's Moise. I've been advising many companies over the last half a decade on data and AI. And if you're interested in using some of the tools I'm about to mention for your own business and want to build out AI agents for them as well, just let me know in the comments below. All my details are linked down as well. All right, let's dive into it and let's have some fun with this. So we've got about 15 tools in here. I'm going to go from left to right. And the rule here is every tool, there must be one tool in at least every single category. So I'm not going to throw everything in D, and I can't throw everything in S tier as well. And so S is the best, D is the worst, and that's how we're going to do it. So we'll go through the description of each of them as well as we go. So the first one on the left-hand side is NAN. If you guys have seen my videos, I've used NAN for pretty much any workflow automation tool. It's great for no code, low code, even coded agents as well. So you get the variety. You also get a ton of connections to AI tools, and they keep on evolving over time. So you can get native connections to a lot of functions to help you build your AI agents. And because I love it so much and I use it all the time, I'm going to rank in S tier straight away. This is definitely an S tier category tool. All right, 11 Labs. So another one of my favorites. I actually like this because of the fact it can customize a lot of your own voice, which a lot of tools can't really do, and it's really detailed. Also, it has hundreds of voices in different languages, dialects, and it's scary accurate how good a lot of those voices are. So if you're looking to build out voice agents, AI receptionists, use it for your own videos, 11 Labs is fantastic to be able to do it. And I'm going to also throw this into S tier 2. I feel like everything's going to go into S tier at this point because I just love all the tools that are out there. Okay, Synthesia. So this is a tool that is actually used for AI video generation. It's mainly used by a lot of corporate companies. So if you're thinking about training videos for courses, for your training modules that you end up having, if you're a corporate organization, Synthesia is the tool to use. Mainly because it's standard out of the box. It's not one where you can heavily customize it. And it's got a small range of voices that you can pick out from, but more geared towards training videos and training voices that you want to end up using. So I'm not going to put it into S tier. I'm thinking it's still a good tool, heavily used as well, pretty accurate. A or B tier, I'm thinking. Hey, A or B tier. I'm going to go for B tier for Synthesia for now. Let's see if we want to change it later on. Okay, the next tool is Make. So Make.com is similar to NAN. So it's an automation, workflow automation tool. I would say it's actually came before NAN and had way more native connections, a number of tools compared to NAN. So in that sense, it's a bit more established, but it's probably not as good in terms of building out AI automation. So if you want standard flows of yes, no, and normal automations that are not AI driven, Make is, I think, fantastic for that kind of thing. And it's probably also a bit more beginner friendly. So for that reason, again, I'm thinking A or B tier for this one. I'm also thinking coming up what is going to be in A tier. So I'm going to put it again in B tier just because it's probably, as we move more towards AI, and less automation, it probably has some room to go. And as I've used NAN, I've kind of preferred it to using Make on the whole as well. Still a great tool though. Okay, next one is Zapier. So Zapier is again very similar to Make It NAN. It's an automation tool. It started off its sort of app career as one that's not NAN. So general RPA bots, think of it like that, for processes that are automated, generally are being used for Zapier. They've now got way more connections, much more AI automations inside it. and it's really well established. So a lot of really large enterprises use Zapier at the moment. It's probably still building its AI capabilities out there, and probably not as good as N8N, I would say, but still way more established in terms of its functionality, the things that it can do. But it's also really expensive, so that's, I guess, another cost factor that is going to be taken into account. I don't know what the latest price is, but I feel like it's close to like $100 or something for the top tier per month, which is pretty high. And the fact that I still think N8N can do a lot of its functionalities, it'll probably rank in A tier. It can probably go. You can swap Make and Zapier around, I think. There's not too much in it. It's just how much cost is really a factor. But I've never really used Zapier too much. I started off using Make and then I went to N8N afterwards. Okay, Copy AI. This is a copywriter tool that is being used. Maybe it might replace people like junior copywriters if you have it in your firm. So it's not too extensive. It does target a specific type of role, one person, and it's quite good at copywriting. But at the same time, I feel like you can easily do that with ChatGPT. There's not too much on here, which is, especially in terms of the application landscape, which makes it too different. And I think it used to be good maybe a year or so ago, or when it got released, but I think over time it just probably hasn't kept up to the standard that is needed. So I'm gonna rank this actually in D tier, in my opinion. Fireflies AI. So if you guys have used Microsoft Copilot before as part of your business, it's sort of similar in a sense where it's used for recording videos, recording meeting transcripts, and then it has a really nice interface where you can see all your transcripts, manage them properly, see what your summaries are, but you can't really combine them all together across different flows. It's a little bit more standalone, but it's very good at summarization and it's quite accurate as well, which is, I do quite like it. The only thing I would say with Fireflies, and a funny story actually with Fireflies. So the founders of Fireflies actually, from what I heard, when they launched it, they actually started manually typing in the minutes as they went along, rather than it being AI driven as well. So it's an interesting story of how it came about. Because I really do like the application interface, and I think it is also quite accurate. I am going to rank it into C tier. I still think there is opportunity for it to develop a little bit more, and sort of combine it with and integrate it with all conversations that are there, as opposed to kind of standalone ones, and really remember the history of different series and different meetings that you've had as well. Okay, the next one I'm going to go for is HeyGen. So I love HeyGen. It's really a tool for creating your own AI avatar. So you can throw in your own videos that you have in the past, and it will create your own face, your own movements behind it. It's got a range of avatars in there, so you can customize it as much as you want, play around with how accurate it is. And I think it's really, really good. It's similar, I guess, in a sense to Synthesia, where you can also do avatar generation, but it's got a lot more customization behind it, a lot more avatars and voices and ranges. And I think it's a bit more accurate too. So I am thinking S or A tier for now. Oh, this is a tricky one. S or A tier? I am going to go for S tier just because I think video generation really is the future. And I think HeyGen is one of the leaders inside this space. Okay, next one is Descript. So Descript is a video editing tool. So you think of Adobe, you can go for Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve. Those kinds of tools are mainly used for editing. Descript really is the one which is leading for AI edits, especially using transcription, and you can really edit it using just using text. So it's pretty advanced. It's got a lot of AI features in terms of green screening, eyes, media generation. It's probably the most advanced video tool out there using AI features. There are still a lot of features in there that are not AI, so it's still got all the video generation capabilities. I still think it's probably, in terms of the complexity of what you can do, animation, motion graphics, it's still behind some of the other tools as well. And probably its AI is more of a feature of it as opposed to the whole tool being AI native, I would say. It's probably not going to go in S and A tier for that reason. I do really enjoy using it though. So I'm going to use I'm going to put it in B tier for now. Okay, so what have we got now? Predis AI. So Predis AI is a tool which is similar to, it's a video generation, avatar generation tool as well, mainly used for social media generation. It's pretty good. It's used extensively, has really good reviews. I haven't used it too much myself, but I've heard good things about it. It's not as advanced as, let's say, HeyGen or even Synthesia for that much, but really geared towards social media. I'm thinking I'm going to put it into C tier. So that's a C tier. So we've got at least one in every category now. Okay, Clipper. So Clipper is, I believe, for document extraction. So if you think about OCR technologies where you want to take out certain fields from forms, that's what it generally does. As a use case, amazing. We see a lot of automations, at least from the businesses I work with. A lot of times taking more information from documents seems to be really hard, especially when you get things in multiple languages, complicated formats. So being able to do that really saves a ton of time for a lot of people. At the same time, there's still a lot of complexity behind it, and I still think Clipper probably has some room to improve in that kind of space. A lot of the cloud tools do something similar too, and a lot of the times I see people want kind of customized tools to be able to do document extraction as well. So I'm gonna put it into D tier. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more left. All right, so Lovable, Replit, Browse, and Clay. So Lovable and Replit, we'll group them together. They're both really amazing tools, I would say, to be able to build your own applications. With Lovable, I think it's like 80% or 70% of websites that have been created in the last year have been made with Lovable. So it's really easy to be able to low code a lot of your websites. Replit has been around slightly longer than Lovable, does something quite similar, has its own Replit agents that's been released, a bit more friendly towards people who want to code a bit more and do like more detailed design of the websites. So it has a few more advanced capabilities. So Replit's more targeted at people who have a few more technical skills, whereas Lovable for people who just want to create a website with no code, low code information as well. So both of these are targeted at slightly different people. Replit, I think, has kind of a bit more functionality behind it, so I am going to rank it slightly higher. So I'll put Replit into A tier, and I will put Lovable into B tier, I think. And then we have Browse AI. So Browse AI is like a web scraping agent that is used. Great for information extraction. It's quite similar, I guess, to a lot of tools out there which are used for lead generation. So you want to extract information about companies, their names, email addresses. There are tools out there like Apify, which I like to use as an example to be able to scrape, but sometimes there are limitations. So Browse AI probably isn't on that level and probably has a few things to improve in it. So I am going to put it into D tier. Not a big fan, but still a good tool. Clay is the last one. So Clay is for sales and lead generation. It's great if you want to pre-populate, let's say, phone numbers. If you have a list of contacts that are there, it really is like a mini CRM system to be able to manage all of your contacts, populate information. You can then connect it to tools like Instantly if you want to do automated cold email generation as well. So it's got really good functionality in relation to that as well. I think super useful because it can help with your sales department generate actually a lot of leads for you as well. And so it's a really big win for businesses. It's probably quite high up there, I think. So probably an A tier, I think. So yeah, let me just have another look at. So S tier, we have NAN, 11 Labs, HeyGen. Okay, I agree with that. Zapier, a bit lower down. Replit, yeah. Clay as well. I think some of these like Clay you could even do B tier because I feel like there's so much more in the space. Like you can combine it with Apollo and Clay, kind of mix them together, and a version of Instantly. If you had an all-in-one tool that could do everything for lead generation, that would be great. That's fine. Synthesia, Make, Descript, Lovable. I think all great tools too. Fireflies AI for meeting minutes, Predis AI for C tier, Copy, Clipper, Browse. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. If there's any more that you guys think I should change or add, like I said, do let me know below. But I think that's a a pretty fair ranking. And like I mentioned earlier, I think you could add a ton of different tools in here. So on the spot, I was thinking of Apify as a tool, Apollo AI for lead scraping, Instantly for messaging. So this could be extended to hundreds and hundreds of tools as well. But I think for this video, I've picked 15, which I think are useful tools, and do check all of these out because I'm pretty sure they all have a very good use case. Some of them I'm really, really excited about, and I love using 11 Labs, HeyGen, N8N, Replit, Descript I use for my own video generation. So do check them out as well. And yeah, that's like, I guess what we have for this video. This is my ranking of AI tools for businesses. If you are a business and you want to be able to use some of these tools for yourself, understand them a bit further, are interested in sort of video generation, voice generation, lead generation, AI tools that you can use and benefit from as well, again, do let me know. I have my email down below. I also have 50 use cases that you can use, which can leverage some of these tools as well. So if you want inspiration for your own self to build something as well, then do check that out too. And with that, I will leave you guys to it. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And I shall catch you guys in the next one.